Venezuela crisis, diplomat to U.S. defects from Maduro.
Video.
Esto basado y apegado a la Constitución de nuestra República, por la cual nadie, ninguna persona o institución puede estar por encima. Únicamente Dios está por encima de nosotros y de la Fuerza Armada. Por favor, hermanos, no ataquen a nuestro pueblo. El Estado nos dio las armas para defender a nuestro país, no para atacar a nuestros iguales.
In response, Mr. Maduro accused his rival of attempting a coup, and broke off relations with the U.S. President Maduro was sworn in for a second term earlier this month after an election marred by an opposition boycott and allegations of vote rigging, leading to large anti-Maduro protests. Tens of thousands have protested against Mr. Maduro, but, crucially, he has retained the support of the country's military so far. The security forces are seen as the key player in this crisis, and Mr. Guaido has asked them to put themselves on the side of the Venezuelan people. In a video, filmed at the Venezuelan embassy in Washington, Silva called for free elections and urged his brothers in the armed forces of the nation to recognize President Juan Guaido as the only legitimate president. The armed forces have a fundamental role in the restoration of the democracy in our country. Please, brothers, do not attack our people, he said. Later, he told Reuters news agency that two other Venezuelan consular officials in the U.S. also recognized Mr. Guaido as leader. It is not clear whether more members of the military will be encouraged to defect. Mr. Guaido thanked Silva and urged others to join him, while Venezuela's defense ministry said Silva was guilty of treason, and tweeted photos of him with the word traitor on it. Meanwhile, Mr. Maduro backed down over his demand that all U.S. diplomats leave the country. After cutting ties with the U.S. on Thursday, he had ordered U.S. envoys to depart within 72 hours. However, Washington said it no longer saw him as president, and so did not recognize his authority to order them out. On Saturday evening, as the deadline was due to expire, Venezuela's foreign ministry said it would withdraw the expulsion order, and instead allow 30 days for the two sides to set up interest offices in each other's countries. Interest offices are used when countries do not have formal diplomatic relations, but want to have a basic level of contact to represent their interests.
Video.
So who is Venezuela's leader? Is it Nicolás Maduro, the man who's ruled since the death of Hugo Chavez 6 years ago? Or is it the opposition leader, Juan Guaido, who declared himself caretaker president and swore to end what he calls a dictatorship? The United States and Canada were quick to back Mr. Guaido, along with Brazil, Argentina, and Colombia. It all comes as Venezuela's long political and economic crisis grinds on. The economy is in freefall. In recent years, millions of Venezuelans have given up hope and left the country. With huge crowds on the streets of Caracas, this all feels like the most serious threat Mr. Maduro has ever faced. Of course, he has been through some of this before. There were months of street protests in 2014 and again in 2017. Each time the authorities cracked down. Thousands were arrested and scores killed. But the pressures which drove people onto the streets before have all got worse. The shortages, the hyperinflation, the sense that Venezuela falling apart. The other difference is the international reaction. America has warned the authorities that all options are on the table if they resort to violence. Canada says the Maduro government is now a dictatorship, and the EU is calling for the start of a political process that leads